Cultivating mature positivity.
CMPRadio.net.
I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. Make money, increase the grind. Just know that I'm good as long as I know that all of my people fine. You can never compete with time. Tell America cease to fire. Just cause I'm black don't mean that I'm strapped. And if I am, just look where I'm at. But it's too hard here, I can't sign that. Like where that dough at, cause I'm gon' find that. It took some time, but I got my grind back. I go so hard, yeah, I don't climax. Ain't no slick shit, you can't comprehend. I know business, I know finance. I know this is, I know I am one of a kind, I'm like a modern day rock cam. If I ain't the top 5, I gotta be top 10. The lyrical monster, take a look at the content. Yeah, shit ain't never the same. A free man like my government name. See, I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. I'm just trying to get a peace of mind. A nice house and a decent ride. Whenever you want more, you gotta go look for it. Whatever you seek, you find. I wanna see all my people rise and try to set all this beef aside. It's enough money for you, it's enough money for me. But they don't wanna get paid, them niggas wanna compete. I don't wanna compare, I just wanna achieve. I put my life in these lines, I wear my heart on my sleeve. How you sit on your ass and then you call it a dream. Got my foot on the gas, cause I got quotas to reach. Got a junior to raise, I got the daughters to teach. I gotta give them the ropes, nobody told them to me. Yeah, they hate to see a black man winning, but I see right through them like a cat scan with it. I remember back when I was...
Man, shout out to Maserati Ram, man. Peace of mind. I'm just trying to get a peace of mind, man. It's Friday. It's Friday. What
I don't know how to do it.
What's wrong?
Our screen not on.
Right, grab that remote. See that remote right there in front of you? Right? And hit the arrow to the other side.
So it's not this?
Hit this
You got me
arrow?
over here just
Yep. No, the arrow. Right?
Mm.
Did you hit it? Bang.
Computer?
Yep.
Click it?
Yep.
Ooh, I seen you. There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. Good job.
Oh, I could run the station now. You can leave.
I can leave?
Huh?
I can leave?
No, he
Yeah.
was joking. That was a joke. That was a joke.
That wasn't a joke. I run this shit.
Well, anyway,
Just by
good
turning the
morning,
TV
everybody. How
screen
y'all
on?
feeling out there? It's Friday, man. Listen,
It's a start. You gotta start somewhere.
it's a great day to be great,
It's a great day to have a great day.
to give greatness to someone else, to increase someone else's potential, to tell someone that you love them. It's a great day to be great. It's CMPRadio.net, man. It's your boy, Uncle P. It's Miss Info, and it's Mr. Ruffle Your Feathers.
Oh, he is here, honey. He is here.
He is definitely here, right? After a COVID scare, and
It wasn't no fucking COVID scare.
what was it?
Huh?
Real
What
deal
was it?
Holyfield.
That shit real deal Holyfield, bitch. Ain't no fucking scare.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
A
Good
scare
morning.
is like you almost get in a car accident. That's a scare.
Johnny May, baby.
Oh, a health scare, cancer scare.
Love you
right?
too, Johnny
it's
May.
scary. But anyway, shout out to our sponsors, Northern Marketing, Mecca, Mind Our Own Businesses, LeBron Construction, KC Electric, the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, Pennsylvania, Pressure Inc., TFG Tax Pros, and Abstract King. Listen, their family, your family. So why don't our family go and support these black businesses, man? Hit them up and see what services they have to provide, and donate some money to the Boys and Girls Club, right? Because they're always in need. We need a bigger,
Love you too, Dante.
need a concentrated effort of us to stop saying, oh, kids from the west side can't go to the east side. So put it in the middle of town, and we have to bring kids together. We can no longer see a child coming from the gardens or a child coming from some village and say they're enemies, because they're not. They don't know anything about being enemies. All they know is about having fun. It's the adults that know where their enemies lay and where their enemies reside, not the children.
Good
So
morning,
let's take
Mom.
the children out of it, man. Let's give these kids a future. Let's give them some hope. Come on, man. It's CMPRadio.net, man. Miss Info, how you feeling today?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm good. No complaints.
I know that's
I
right.
got a complaint. but I
It's
don't
no,
even wanna
it's
talk
no
about it.
need in complaining.
I don't
It's
even
no
wanna talk
It's no need in complaining about what you can control.
Right.
So if it's not to your likings, let it go. If it's something that you like, pursue. That's it.
That's
There's no need in complaining about what you can control.
Right.
What you can't control.
What you can control.
What you can't or can.
What you can control. If
no
you can
need.
control it, that means that you can either remove it or apply pressure to it. it's no need in complaining about. So you shouldn't be complaining about anything. Because if it's something you don't like, or someone you don't like,
Right.
or the issue is something that you feel as though is out of control, you have the right to walk away from it. But if it's something,
Thank you, Leslie.
oh, good morning, Leslie.
12 weeks, man. She been donating money to the station, man.
It says that I have money in my account, but it won't let me send it because I did it on my iPhone, but now I use my Android. I don't know what's going on. It won't let me get my
Just say
stars.
that you're not trying to send money.
No, look, I got
Don't,
stars
make
right here. It
mistakes
says
that
I
you
got them, but it won't let me send it.
So we're taking that word can't out of our vocabulary?
Well, it won't allow me to.
Okay.
Now.
I'm asking you a question. Because you were saying can control, so we're taking the word can't out.
Yeah, you can't, but you shouldn't allow things to be to the point where you feel as though you control you, so you control your circumstances too. So everything around you, your family, your friends, the ones that's bringing you peace and blessings, and the one that's trying to destroy that, some you got to get rid of, and some you can love from a distance. It's completely fine to do that. You don't have to be the go-to. How do you love from a distance? Well, I love you, but I'm not around you. See the distance between us? I don't see you, you don't see me. I still love you. I don't have anything bad to say about you. I just see it like this. When
They be them people that call and ask to borrow money.
yeah, that's the only time they call though. That's the only time they call you. They always want something. They need something from you, something of you. They don't necessarily need for you to be. Thank you, Drew. They don't need for you to be in their presence for them they just need you to do what you can for them.
Absolutely.
And it's a shame because that's considered a user, and they never realize it until someone does that to them constantly.
So many users.
Yeah, so
many
just
users.
stop answering the phone for them. If I show y'all my call log,
like
it's the same
users.
12 people, and that's
like
not
users.
even. And 7 of them are my children.
Why you like users?
Because if you deliberately know that they users, I get a comedy kick out of it. Motherfucker call me up like, yo, can I borrow this? I be like, yeah. Just hang up.
And what?
Hey, mom.
And then they come searching you down. Yo, man, where Kenny at?
No,
They
I
be like, yo, I need this. I be like,
You
all right,
gotta-
bet. Meet me at the bank. Click.
Right.
what bank?
Exactly.
Like that's crazy.
Instead of people on wild goose chases, they think they got the money from you.
I'm just gonna say no. No, I can't do it. I have to worry about the last years that I have left, and I can't stress over the mess that you make for yourself.
Right.
People constantly dig holes deeper and deeper for themselves, with themselves, and then they expect you to pull them out. I can't keep pulling you out. I almost fell in one time. So next time it might not be an almost. So what I do is I love you from a distance.
From a distance.
No, they're
if
fine.
my
I haven't
people-
heard anything bad about them, so I assume that they're living great. I still love them. That's how my conversations go.
So if my electric about to get cut off, can I call you?
Electric, I'll come turn it on for you.
That's a real friend.
There it is. There it is.
keep on
But we have some announcements to talk about.
We
have
do,
some festivities that are taking place this weekend and future weekends. So, we want to get on that. Then I have a video I want to show you real quick. And then
Which one we doing
then we
first?
have a
It
guest.
ain't no more black people dying type video, is
No,
it?
it ain't no more black people dying type video. I'm over that. I don't think I want to show any more of those.
We don't have no choice though.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Just don't do it. Like,
Don't do it.
don't show it.
So we're going to ignore the fact that it's happening.
No, we don't ignore the fact. We go out, we protest, we
Oh, see, I'm not doing that.
I'm not protesting.
No, you can.
I'm done.
I can run you over
Well,
now,
yeah.
bro.
Well, in Miami,
and
in
not go to
Florida.
jail.
Did you
You
see
in
that one?
Florida.
I'm going. Listen, I'm going to rain on that Republican seat. You out your mind? I'm a Republican, honey. I'm
So you gonna
following
run
the
over black
Republican. Who said I was going to run over
I
a
can
black
run over
person?
some
It
white
said
people
any
now.
person.
Yeah.
Any
What
person's
white
more than
people are
3.
protesting? Three
Bro,
white
they
people walking
protest.
down the street.
They make it.
If
Listen,
it
they
is a
are
bill passed.
making a
So the abortion motherfuckers, when they out there, you can run
run
up
them,
on the curb and
slam
hit 'em.
over.
Yo.
I couldn't hit them that time I went, and they
didn't
was
send it to
blocking
you.
the driveway. But I can hit them now.
Hold up, now I didn't send it to you too.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
We was just talking about it. Where he was just at.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Listen, all I'm saying is let them cross the line now.
But the Florida governor did sign, into a bill where it says during a protest, 3 or more people during a protest, you can legally run them over and have immunity after hitting them with your
All
car.
Republicans supposedly signed that.
And they did.
All
the Republican
Republicans signed
states.
it.
All the Republican states are passing this, right? In
I'm
favor.
fine with that.
But it's like, Anyway, go ahead. Talk about your announcements.
So I got the Jam Door. Good morning. Peace be unto you on this beautiful morning. You know that comes from Miss Johnny Maybe. Calling all musicians, lyricists, singers, poets, artists, and musically inclined individuals. This event is for you. An interactive live band experience full of good synergy and vibrations. Let me tell y'all something. Okay, get with me. She got Congo drum musician. She said he owes me. He about to show us. She insists that you get these tickets early. They are on sale, but I don't have the link now, y'all. It's not on
Eventbrite.
it. Yeah, but I don't have like the actual link to put it up. It just says it's on Eventbrite.
Jam Door. Type in.
Jam Door on Eventbrite? Okay. Right. So you just type in Jam Door on Eventbrite and get your tickets. Buy me one too. While y'all over there. Because I don't never get on there. I show up at the door though. I be like, I got my money. That's how I come to the door.
I show up at the door like I know somebody.
Yeah, she just looks at me like, nah, you know what? But yeah, come out, celebrate with Miss Troyana. We have been waiting for her to come back because Johnny May is an experience in itself. If you've never been to an event where she's hosted, thrown herself, she has light hors d'oeuvres, she got a lot going on.
It was.
They said they can't hear me.
It was volume in the video she sent, so that was playing while you were talking. So
okay.
You might want to go back and talk about it again.
He plays the video while I'm talking.
I didn't know. I forgot it was volume in it. I apologize.
I told you I could do his job.
You could do his job.
Yo, come on. Come on back here. I told you. Listen. I have other things I could be doing.
Like what? You don't do nothing. You live here. You're here every day. Every time I come here, you're doing a station. Right. You're doing a show.
But you're talking about a show.
So stop saying you have other stuff to do. You have nothing else to do.
I don't have individual things to do. Like I don't have to do individual shows. Right?
No, you have to be here.
So hold on. I'm let them, welcome back to social media, Johnny May. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I was looking for it one day. Somebody was looking for a hostess for their event. And I'm like, Johnny May. So that's what I wrote. Troyana, inbox me so I could give you her number. That's all I have. Like, right. Why is she not on social media? But I totally understand she had to take care of herself before she could take care of everything else. I respect her taking the time for herself, and now she's back better than ever. I seen her at the pop-up shop over town. Was that Saturday or Sunday? One of those days, the food pop-up shop at Dream. Ain't that the name of the club?
Mm-hmm. Every Sunday. At the club.
Every Sunday. So it was I saw her there. I got some good oxtails that day. Shout out to Johnny May. Welcome back, baby. Mm-hmm. So then we got this Environmental Justice Day. Caravan and March. Sorry, y'all. I got to take my glasses off. These are some little words.
So I thought you wear glasses.
Mind your business. Hosted by Chester residents concerned for quality living. Bring noisemakers, cowbells, and drums, and make signs. Saturday, April the 24th, rain or shine. Meet at 10:30 a.m. March begins at 11. Chester City Hall, 1 East 4th Street in Chester. Mayor Kirkland wants Chester City to remain the nation's garbage burning capital. Trash from Delaware County, Philly, New York City, New Jersey, Ocean City, Maryland, and beyond is sent to be burned at the Caravan incinerator in Chester. That's the largest in the nation and the biggest air polluter in our city. Incinerator pollution contributes to asthma, cancer, strokes, and health issues. Delaware County decides this year whether to keep burning the county's trash in Chester. Sign the petition and ban the burn. Join the Chester residents' concerns of quality living, the CRCQL.
Cue up, let it burn. As we form a march car caravan to Caravan with live art, performances, and music. RSVP to get involved at chesterresidents.org. I'm gonna put my glasses back on so I can hear y'all.
You can't hear us with your glasses off?
Okay,
No.
Yeah, don't worry. They need to stop burning trash in Chester. It's affecting my friends. Now if T can't hear you without her glasses on.
So I can't hear you without my glasses on, and I can't read with them on.
So we're gonna have the leader of that organization, Chester residents concerned for quality of living, Ms. Zule Mayfield on. You remember back, I think it was 2019, they did an interview with her on CNN, and they talked about the city of Chester and the different things that are going on in the city of Chester with the incinerator. The amount of mercury that's burned, the amount of just poison that's put into the air. and it circulates down there. Whenever you ride down Chester, you be like, man, it smells like shit down here.
So so on Monday at the Cat Center, they had a Mommy's Day Off event with the House of Macy Lago. So as we're pulling into the parking lot, we don't go to the west side that often. Right. If we do, we take the highway, get to where we're going to come back. So we never really go down the 291 way. So we get down to 291, and I want to say that is 291 in Yarnell, where you start to smell it. And then we go to Palmer Street, and we're going up Palmer Street. And my daughter is like, what is that smell? My other daughter said, man, that's the west side for you. And I'm like, it didn't used to be like that. Like now the stench is overpopulating anything that you got going on down there. And I feel bad because I live on the side, on the first end of the west side, and we don't have that issue. But down there, all the way up until 9th and Highland is when you stop smelling it.
No.
Highland.
Definitely you can go past Highland. What's that street that the market is on over there? You still smell it over there.
Booth?
Yeah. Like you definitely still smell that shit.
No, I'm talking about like it stops at 9th Street though. Like I know you're saying over, but I'm talking about once you get to 9th and Highland, like coming up Highland Avenue, once you get to 9th Street, you'll stop smelling it. Yeah. And then on that side of the west side, you don't smell it.
I got you. I got what
you're saying. But like
still.
I don't know. Y'all gonna have to block them from going to work. Like a protest to me, and I'm not knocking anybody for going out on a Saturday. You have to go out on a Monday. You have to be there on Tuesday. When they trying to get in them gates to go to work, you got to be there to block them. Not today, Sonny. So not today.
Trash runs every day. It's not
on Saturday.
Shit, if they don't got trash running down there. So my daughter had an accident. I had an accident Saturday, right, and it was trash trucks down there on 291. See,
but are they bringing the trash in, or is the trash already there and now they're sorting it out and doing whatever it is that they do with it?
They're bringing trash trucks in.
291 to me be dry on Saturdays and Sundays.
It's dry down there, but those trucks are down there. Trust me.
So they coming, but you still got to be there to block them. You got to block them from going in. Like not today. Y'all gonna have to run us over today, and since we're a democratic city, you don't have the right to run me over here.
Yeah, this is a.
So this is a. If the fight's going to start, it has to start during the workday. And I understand that people have jobs, but it's enough of them that don't have to go to work in the morning. It's enough that don't have to go to work. And I'm just saying, if I got to show up for a protest,
are you for them having trash down there, or you're against them burning trash down there?
I'm against it. I was against it when they offered it. When they proposed it and it was on the table, it came in on Linder's administration.
So they've been down there. That incinerator has been in Chester since 1992.
Yeah,
right.
It's been there for a while.
But it wasn't burning everybody's trash then.
Shit, so it was burning medical trash back then.
And it was burning drug seizing. Like the police were coming down there and seizing, whatever.
Seizures.
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that whatever. So we over here acting like somebody having a seizure. So no, as they were seizing, confiscating, whatever word y'all want to use.
There it is. Right.
Narcotics from other people who were getting bust. They were drug bust. They would bring them there to burn them. They had barrels of pills, like ecstasy pills and fake Percocets. They had barrels. It was a article in like one of those little local newspapers saying they are burning opioids down 291 in Chester.
And you want them to stop?
Yeah, I wanted them to stop.
How many people do they employ, Pierre?
None from Chester.
I'm not for sure, but we can ask
Ms.
Zulane.
They do employ people from Chester. I knew plenty of people from Chester that used to work at the trash esteem.
At Covanta.
I knew
at the trash
my sister used to work down there.
At the trash esteem out Incinerator Road or down 291.
291.
I don't know nobody that ever worked there. Not at that one.
My uncle worked there. I was about to
not
get
at that one. It's two different sites down there. It's one when you first come in.
I'm telling you right now. Your sister used to work down there. Shireen LaShawn Hunt used to work right the fuck there.
Did he just say
my uncle used to work there. I was going to get a job there back in the 90s when they was hiring. Shit, they was hiring kids to work down that joint at one point. Like I was only like 15 when I was going to get a job down there. Shit, they was paying like $25, $30 an hour.
What they paying now?
It was once called the Westinghouse incinerator.
Yeah, the Westinghouse. I only remember it after the Westinghouse. Once they started saying that Cavanta was coming in and buying it up and they were going to ship the trash from New York to Chester and all of that stuff, I kind of sort of stopped paying it any mind. It wasn't a great concern as it is now because now I'm a mom and I have to, my children travel throughout Chester. I really didn't care about things. People don't want to admit to that.
I was in my 20s when they were down there and they were just burning local trash and the police trash. Like, and that was it. Now they're burning everyone's trash, and now we're at a higher risk of being exposed to certain things.
Oh, you're exposed to
You
it.
smell it. The way you smell it now, we have never smelled that. Now.
If you can smell it, you are affected by it. What do you mean? Listen, I remember when I was in middle school, right? They used to have an alarm system that was in Marcus Hook for when like it rained and it was a low atmosphere, because remember they used to have a tower that used to burn all the time, and people would they would tell you like stay in your house, and you would come out in the morning and be all this soot all over your cars. So imagine if you already getting the shit from Marcus Hook, and then let's add that with the trash esteem shit. So like people between Chester and Marcus Hook is kind of fucked.
Yeah, they are. That Tentacum area.
Marcus Hook been down in the dump.
So if your kid like running into the walls a lot, you can probably sue somebody for that.
Probably more than likely, yeah.
You can sue somebody for anything.
I feel bad for them people that live down that area, like on Booth Street, down on the 291 area of Booth Street, and across the street, and on Highland Avenue, and across the street. I said it. The mice down there have overpopulated their cribs down that joint. I'm telling you, when I went to the tenant house that I went to, the man said, man, let them move, let them go. Like, sell this house if you can. They will never get rid of the mice infestation, because the more trash we put down, the more come in. He said, and in the wintertime, they at an all-time high. No matter how clean they keep their houses down there, no matter what they do, they can have 1 million cats. Guess what? Them cats will not outnumber them mice down there. So you got to think, when them ships is coming in and them trucks is coming in, they bringing more than just rubbish. They bringing a whole bunch of stuff.
So Ms. Zuline Mayfield has been working in the community. So we're going to talk to her at 10:45. I'm going to call her. We're going to have a conversation about the march, what she hopes to accomplish with the march, her movements, however her movement's been honored by the city of Chester, right? She's received NAACP awards. She's received awards, but how is the city of Chester helping her to get her message out there? Because it's not just her message; it's a message for all of us. I think everybody in this city is affected one way or another by this trash burning.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
You just said how the city's helping her, but didn't you just say the city is for the trash esteem place to stay in there?
It's money.
So we're talking about the population, and you're talking about the administration.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Population and
I'm
administration.
Talking about the city of Chester is us. Without us, there's no city.
So Daddy don't.
All he worrying about is the check. That's it. It's a check for Chester.
Got you.
That's all. I would like to see where the check went at.
Right.
Like I would like to see what they doing with the check, seeing as though they've been there for how long has Cavanta been there?
I think Covanta's been there. You said when Linder came in.
So that's what? That's 8 years. 12? No, 10. 10 years. 10 years. 4. He was there for 3.
It's got to equal up either 12 or 16.
No, but
when you think about this,
we're not finished that second term.
Right.
So I'll say they've been there for probably like a good 10 years.
Yo, the Delaware is a fucked up river. Because I mean, if we go into Delaware, if we go down 495, don't they have a trash company that's on the water?
You talking about in Delaware?
Yeah.
Right.
So you got a trash company that's connected to the
that
water.
has to be the number one question, the money.
Then
if they were sanctioned to pay us.
Place burning next to the
But
water.
understand, in Delaware, that's away from the people. There are hardly anybody that
I
lives
said,
there.
Ain't no
listen what I
Harley.
said.
Nobody living down there.
But what I'm saying is the Delaware River itself is fucked.
Well, most rivers.
Not most
areas,
rivers.
There's hardly a
just
place.
say not most bodies of water, but most rivers that run through certain
most rivers that run through the
towns.
city. Right,
Definitely.
they're industrial because companies need water to keep rolling, so they need the water. They need to be able to suck the water out of the river, right, to populate and to run their machines. That's just how it works. Or they just need rivers to dump shit in, one or the other. But the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, is supposed to be here to protect us. The question is, what are we supposed to say? And she's on the live, so I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her in 2 minutes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get her on now, man. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting at all.
As soon as he called, you hear the siren?
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, Miss Mayfield. How are you doing?
I am blessed, highly favored, and on a roll.
You hear that? Right.
We on a roll.
Say good morning now, Fatigue.
Good morning.
Kenny.
Good morning, my family. Good morning, my love.
Good morning.
I was reading her comment. She said, but it's trash coming from New York, sent to Delaware, then trucked to Chester.
Right.
So
Yeah, that was the trickery.
That
was the trickery.
It's not. We're not getting it.
Oh no, that was the trickery.
Wow.
That was a trick. That was a trick of the enemy.
Oh wow.
Let me tell you a little bit about Chester residents' concern for quality living. We call it Circle. Circle has been around since 1992. We formed in 1992 after the incinerator went online in 92. We were lied to. We were told that it was a trash to steam plant, that it was wasted energy, that it was a new technology. We were not told that it was an incinerator. And it was, they sold us a bunch of propaganda. The community was not knowledgeable about what trash to steam was. They played a game with us.
Right.
And they always come under the guise of, oh, but it's desperately needed job. Let me tell you something about this beast that is killing our community. They have roughly 130 jobs. From their own paperwork that we had that they gave us, only 6 of those jobs are worked by people that live in the city of Chester.
6.
6.
Wow.
What is it?
Yeah, you are polluting an entire community.
10% is.
Let me tell you about the pollution that comes out of that incinerator.
5%.
Don't feel sorry for the people that live on 2nd and Booth and 2nd and Thurlow and 2nd and Highland. The shit that comes out of that stack travels for 17 miles.
17 miles.
There is nobody in Delaware County that is not impacted by the and they're going to tell you, oh, it's just like steam coming out of your shower. I'm telling you, it's lies. Don't know arsenic come out of my shower. Don't know cadmium come out of my shower. Mercury, lead, particulate matter. These are all things that attack us physically. It attacks our respiratory system, our neurology system. It attacks our body. Do you know that 38% of the children in Chester have asthma? 38% of our children have asthma.
Respiratory problems.
Can't breathe. I'm gonna try not to cuss, but I was listening to the conversation.
Well, we cuss. We cuss. Don't worry about
that.
Well,
let me get the fuck with it, okay? Because I'm about my community and I'm a ride or die for our kids.
Let's go.
Let's go.
This is about giving our kids a fucking chance to survive. You know they can sustain your body, and you ain't never got to put anything in your mouth. They have never figured out a way to how to fucking make you live without breathing.
Wow.
And if our children can't breathe, if we can't breathe good air, what can we do? We're sending our children to school already. I don't know if you know the effects of lead. There's a certain amount of lead already in our homes.
Right.
There's a certain amount already in our atmosphere. But then you have an industry that's dumping pounds and pounds of lead into our air. That attacks your neurology system. It attacks it. We know what it does to people already because we've had years of study.
And they're doing it. You're saying they're doing it by the pound, like they're just doing it every day by the amount.
That facility runs 24 hours, 7 days a week, nonstop. Nonstop, burning trash. And if we all know when we burn something, there's always a residue.
Right.
Yes.
It has to land somewhere.
You cannot burn anything without a residue.
Right.
So they take trash and they condense it into something more toxic, which is the ash, which is driven through our community, tarped, untarped. I don't care if if you have the pressure still on it, a certain amount of that ash is going to run up and down and through our community.
That's why 291 is so dusty.
Is it dust or pollution? Or all of the above?
All of the above.
All of the above. And nobody deals with, okay, the historical pollution we already have in our city.
Right.
Then you have the new pollution. This is the largest incinerator in the fucking country.
In the country.
Damn.
And it's
In the country.
And it's
49 other states.
Wait a minute, hold on.
City?
It's the largest incinerator in the country, in the smallest city in the country.
Absolutely.
What
Absolutely.
the
Mile
fuck
City?
is going on?
Absolutely.
And the densely populated community. We in 4.9 miles. That's what we got in Chester.
So let me ask you a question.
And in that, you got 33,000 people.
So let me ask you a question. You just said it's 33,000 people in Chester. Who made the decision for this Cavanta to come here?
That decision, sweetie, was made many years ago.
For Cavanta
And
to come to Chester?
It was, at that time, it was Westinghouse. It was a brainchild of Delaware County Council at the time, and a firm called Russell Ray and Zapala out of Pittsburgh. They owned the land. They also put up $300 million in bonds to get Westinghouse to buy into operating the incinerator down on Highland Avenue.
So did the community have a say so then? Did they have a say so
No.
as to whether they were going to come here?
No, they said no. But by the time the community knew, the plans were already being made. It was already being built.
The same way that by the time the community knew, Cavanta had already had the job for bringing trash from other states, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is a long-going thing. You're talking almost 30 years.
So
That's how long that incinerator has been down there.
So for what you're trying to get done right now is bringing awareness to everybody in Chester about the levels of pollution that are being put into Chester, so that we can stop this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How can we stop
This is
something? we
about
don't have a
community
vote on?
awareness.
How can we stop something that we don't have a vote on, though?
Listen, there is nothing man ever made that cannot be stopped. There is no contract that never can be broken. Okay? And because it's there, don't mean we have to fucking live with it forever. Okay? They ain't the first ones we done shut the fuck down. We done shut down 7 of them. Most of any group in the country.
That's good.
Okay?
So
As long as I have breath in my body, we gonna fight that thing. You're not gonna come into my house, smack the shit out of me, and I'm supposed to sit there and, oh, thank you so much for hitting me.
Talk to him.
We are not that type of people.
Talk to him.
And I am not my mother's generation. And we don't have to tolerate that. I don't give a damn what. You're not going to prostitute my people for your damn pollution. Because you give us $5 million, no, compensate us better than that for what you've taken out of our lives, our quality of life, our community, and the health of our children and seniors.
and there are people,
No, it's not okay.
there are people that say because they only have 6 employees from Chester, what if Covanta decided to make 50% of their employees from Chester, make 50% of their employees from the city of Chester? What do you have to say about that?
Listen, the original agreement when they came here, they have what they call a community host agreement. In the original community host agreement, the agreement was that 70% of their workforce would come from the people that lived in the city of Chester.
That's every company.
At the height of their hiring, they only got up to 13%.
Listen, I don't give a shit if y'all tell me that they're going to hire 130 people from Chester. The damage that they're doing doesn't equal up to if they had 1,000 people from Chester working.
Boom, there you are.
The damage
There
doesn't
you
equal
are.
up, but the sale of a person, that's a lot. If you offering me, you said how much they was charging back, they was paying back then?
They was paying teenagers $25 an hour.
So just imagine what they're paying now for you to actually not tell what's going on behind them gates.
So you're willing to accept that?
That people are willing to accept that. People are willing
There's
to
only
apply
6
for that
people
job
down
and say,
there.
man, I work there. If they shut this down, I don't got no job.
So
Them
what
6 people.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, and I want you to marinate on this. Is your child's future worth it?
I think you win the whole argument when you say that out loud at your first speech.
Right. First speech. She been doing this. How long have you been involved?
I meant to say your weekend speech.
So I'm gonna be the devil's advocate for this one.
Of course.
No, that's fine. Go. Let's go.
So you're asking, is it worth my child's future? It's paying me enough to move my child out of this environment.
Then you lose your job.
So that's workable for you.
No, it's not. I'm just being devil's advocate when you ask the question. So you got to hear from both sides. So if
all right, okay. So this is what I say to you. We got 4.9 miles. Okay, that is my community. I don't give a damn where I go, and I've been all over this country. That is my home. And if you can't defend your home front, what good are you? You're not coming in my house. Now, we got this thing called sea pride, okay? And it's a real thing when it comes to athletics. That's why we prosper in that area so greatly in that city. We produce some of the greatest athletes. If our children were given the proper chance to be educated,
well, I'm pretty sure this.
What else can we produce? Oh, absolutely! It not only affects our education, but let's get more current with it. If you expose me day in and day out to certain pollution that I know causes aggression.
Respiratory problems, cancer problems,
problems. Okay, no, but it causes behavioral problems and it causes aggression. I can correlate to the violence in our city.
I have a question. Have you ever, you know how they do those environmental studies? Like Overtown, I can speak for Overtown. On Avenue of the States, we got this one bridge, and they came and they made an environmental team test the bridge. And they tested it because we were going to paint it, and they were like, no, it has lead in it, and like you can't touch it till they come fix the bridge. Why can't we test a person?
You already have.
They do.
Have they tested
we can.
any of
the city used to test them for free?
No, I'm just asking, have we tested any people, right, to say, damn, you got this much lead in you. You have this much.
Listen, in 1995, the EPA did an environmental assessment study, okay? And what they determined was that Chester has the highest infant mortality rate in the state.
There we go.
More than double for Delaware County. Chester has the highest percentage of low birth weight babies in the state, nearly double that of Delaware County. Chester has a mortality rate and a lung cancer mortality rate about 60% higher than the rate for Delaware County.
Damn.
Okay?
And that's just
people that live around incinerators.
So our babies, you know.
That's just your lungs and your babies. Damn. They don't fuck this
now
up.
Let's talk about the everyday assaults on our body. The people that have allergies that just suffer so bad. People that have problems with their eyes. People that get rashes unexplained. Okay?
Damn, I'm checking off all this.
We have diabetes, heart cardiovascular diseases in that city.
Can we just 25% the Chesterstein building? Can we just go down there and have a ride and just burn that motherfucker?
Hey, listen.
Damn, I just checked off like 3 things on my list you just said.
Let's think personally in our family. When I was growing up, I was led to believe that we had a cancer gene in our family. Okay? Most people talk about a cancer gene. What they really are talking about are cancer clusters. When I grew up and started becoming knowledgeable about this, let's talk about the people who have been impacted in our family. And I don't give a damn about a job. Anybody can take them jobs and put them out in Lower Merion. Okay? Put them in Chesterwood. If they so fucking valuable, well, I'm glad to give any community that wants that fucking killer of an industry, they can have it. To save my people, to save us. I don't think we understand what we are facing. If something comes into your house and say, listen, I'm going to take 5 to 15 years of your life because you live around an incinerator, who's willing to give up their life for that? What good is a job if you ain't around to fucking work it?
Talk to me.
What? They ain't paying $50 an hour.
They paying.
They're not paying $30 an hour.
You benefits. They give you damn near $50 an hour, and they giving you benefits, and
So
they
that's
offer
cool?
you overtime. I'm not saying it's cool. What I'm saying is this is what people go for. They wish
It's
to
only
get,
6 people,
They would
nah.
at six people.
It's only
with,
6 people.
It's only 6 people.
with 6 people that have families that they wish to remove from the city of Chester that they've now been able to. You only have to live in Chester when you get hired. What, the police got to live here for 2 years? The fire department got to live here for 2 years? The city council boards only have to live here for how long? Nobody actually has to stay here in the city of Chester to obtain the positions, to keep the positions that they have. Those people took that job. They're risking their lives by going down there and burning that trash so that their children can have a better future somewhere else. That's all I'm saying.
But they're poisoning the children that can't.
And guess
live.
what?
a
It's not my child. That's how people feel. It's not my child. It's not my family. When I go home, I get undressed in the driveway.
I
take my
You
coat.
can't feel like that.
That's how they feel. It's not how I feel. I still live here.
That's pure. That's absolutely pure.
So on the
ignorance.
devil's
That's
advocate,
the problem. It's
from
like it's not my child. I can shoot.
The mayor don't even live in his own town, bro,
I'm as a
and he
cop.
claims that he's working for us. We've proved time and time again that he don't live over there on 8th Street. Why would he care?
I'm a cop.
That doesn't live in Chester.
I'm a cop.
But I come to police my neighbors.
I'm a cop, and I pull up, and this young girl is fighting. I don't try to break the fight up. I use my gun. It's not my child. It's not my neighborhood. I don't give a fuck.
That's life, bro.
That's not
You
life.
think them 6
No.
people from Chester that work down there at
Hey,
Caravan?
let me tell you this, okay? And I want people to understand this, okay? This is our community, and it's not brick and mortar, okay? There are many people that have been able to leave Chester, but what happens to the people that are left, who are still our relatives?
Damn,
These are people that we love.
We
They
living in
getting
Flint,
paid.
Michigan. That's what the fuck is going on.
But they getting paid. All they see is the check that's made for them. That gave them opportunity. They no longer care.
Well, listen, I don't begrudge nobody for making a living.
Right.
Right.
But when you're making a living, is up against my health, my welfare, and my quality of life, then I got a problem.
And everybody should have that.
And I'm going to have a problem with that.
And they will leave their parents behind.
If don't nobody, if don't nobody take a fucking stand but me, it's going to be that way. For mine. And everybody virtually in Chester is mine.
Respectfully.
So Saturday morning, you're putting together a caravan in March. Explain what you hope to accomplish with this caravan in March.
Well, this is Earth Day.
Right.
Yesterday was Earth Day.
Absolutely.
I particularly don't celebrate Earth Day because I don't think that was a when people think in terms of Earth Day, they don't think about communities like Chester who are suffering from environmental racism.
Right.
You can't cut me and then put a Band-Aid on top of it and I'm still bleeding and say it's okay. So this is called Environmental Justice Day. That is what we are seeking. We are seeking to stop the polluting of our community. Period. We have allies. There are people in city of Chester and outside of the city of Chester who are working to get this polluting machine from operating. Because they understand the dangers of it. They understand the impact, both environmentally and health-wise.
Right.
And you cannot pick. This is the bullshit that companies and the local governments want to say, oh, we get money, oh, we get jobs. You can't prostitute me for fucking pennies. For pennies. If that thing was so fucking valuable, it should have uplifted our standard of living.
Right.
It has not.
Right.
If anything, it's diminished it. And it's kept clean, good industries out of our community. We could have a fucking inner harbor like Baltimore.
Absolutely.
Long as that incinerator is there, ain't nobody sitting down that fucking waterfront eating no fucking rat.
Right.
Ain't nobody buying no condos next to that shit that you can smell for 10 miles.
Right.
It ain't going to happen, and that's not going to be the lie that they're going to tell. Oh, we're going to develop the waterfront. Oh, it's regentrification. Those people are not coming back up in Chester as long as that incinerator is there. They're going to ride through here just like they do for the damn soccer game. Ride in and ride the hell out.
Well, the soccer team is down there. And they have games down there, and they have people down there. So
and businesses coming every day. They down there building 2 now as we speak. 1 in the front and 1 in the back. Apparently, that's not stopping business. It's not stopping the money train. That's all I'm saying.
It's not stopping business, but it's stopping us from being able to enjoy down there. Right?
I think we have a damn good time every day. That's what they're.
So you're
say.
Okay with the incinerator?
I'm not okay. What I'm saying is that's what they're going to say. They down here every damn day.
So how do you feel?
How do I feel?
Right.
It shouldn't have never been here in the first place. But it wasn't enough people standing up for it then.
Right.
It's damn
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Right.
That is not true.
Right. Go ahead.
That's not true.
What's not true?
People didn't stand up for it or against it.
No, I said it wasn't enough people. See, 10 people compared to 33,000 is not enough. I can fight and bring 10 people with me. It's still not going to be enough against, number one, their money, the amount of taxes that they pay, and the promises that they made long term.
Let me explain something to you, sister girl, so that you know this, okay, about Chester residents' concern for quality living. We ain't never had no money. We have no paid staff. At times we had an office. At times we had a phone. At times we did not. And I can tell you this. You can go look it up. I'll provide you with the documentation and literature. We beat the hell out of 7 of them. And these were no mom and pop corporations. Had we not been there, we had the largest autoclaver in the nation. They processed in chemotherapeutic infectious medical waste right next door to the incinerator. And guess what? We shut it the fuck down with no money. No, it did not. We shut it down. We had their permit revoked. We fought them at the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, and we beat them. They had bio.
I just don't.
You don't what?
Huh?
I don't got that.
Why not?
I don't got they left because of them. They left because the time
Oh,
was
well,
changing.
you learn the
They
history.
left because the time was changing. They could have fought it. They had reason to stay. If they was making a substantial amount of money by being here, they could have stayed. They left because the times was changing. They didn't leave because the residents decided all of a sudden to fight. They had made all they was going to make off
So
it.
you don't think we have any power to change anything?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying. I'm going to sit on my porch.
Hey, this is record, sweetie. This is record. This is case law.
We can look it up.
Okay?
We can
Look, you can go on right now and look at Zuleen Mayfield versus James Sipes, SIES, where we sued the Department of Environmental Protection. Okay?
Talk to him.
You can look it up. Tell me what we didn't do. Yo, you don't even know what the fuck we would have had if we had not fought them. We would have had the biggest tax crematory in the nation right over town burning animals. We fought Kimberly Clark, Scott Paper Company, because they wanted to burn tires in our city. And we defeated them. They withdrew their permit.
So what they down there burning now? I mean,
Oh.
I'm being respectful as I possibly can, and I feel like you took my comment as offense, but you want everybody to be the yes ma'am to you, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you that.
Oh, no, honey, I hold my own.
It's not going to work by the simple fact that you don't have enough people to stand behind you. Okay, you fought them people. If they really wanted to fight, they would have never left their money longer than what we have here. But at the end of the day, the thing with it is this. You want us to come out and stand up against them. I don't have a problem with doing that because they shouldn't be in our town anyway. But they came here without enough people saying they shouldn't be here. So when they came here and they decided 6 years after they've been here, they're going to bring trash from other states and boroughs and municipalities and burn it here. All the people saw was dollar signs and said they was promised a job. But then when they filled out the job application, they couldn't pass the drug test or the written questionnaire or whatever it was to make it so they wasn't suitable for the position. Every company on 291 promised to have 50% or more of jobs given to Chester residents and then give a reason why they can't have
Or
it.
they applied and they told them they were overqualified.
Overqualified.
Right? So we understand, like with the community poisoning and Miss Zuline, what she's been doing since 1992. There's a lot of energy that goes with that, and you can't sit here and say that the city doesn't care, even though it shows sometimes that it really.
Who can't sit here and say the city doesn't care?
Right?
Me?
Would you say that the city doesn't care?
They don't.
Right.
The city only
So
care about the
can you say-
individual house that they live in. And if we talking about the administration, we've been proving that they don't give a fuck about us.
So you can come across
with
that.
With respect, I will respectfully say people only care about what happens in their own household.
But she doesn't.
That's her. She's one person, bro.
I feel like we should go to church.
Go to church, bro.
Listen, let me tell you something. People do care, okay?
Right.
I don't know nobody that don't care about, don't have aspirations for their children.
Absolutely.
I don't know, no, and if they do, they need to be sterilized and put to the side somewhere. Okay? We all desire to have a good quality of life. We all want to live in peace and comfort. In the end,
Amen.
I understand and I like the position that the young lady has taken. Those people that don't care, I don't have time for them. The people that lack the knowledge, then we need to give them the knowledge so they can not be ignorant. And it's not wrong when you don't know about something. You can't effectively fight anything that you're not aware of.
Right.
So we have to give people the baseline knowledge. And one thing about these type of companies, they always try to pit people's health versus pollution versus profits and jobs. They all come with the sheepskin over top of them, but we doing this for you. We have entrepreneurs in that city that are creating more than 6 damn jobs.
I'm at one of them places right now.
Right.
But at the same time, you're coming into our community, you've diminished our property value. Because of 400 to 500 trucks per day that you roll through our city, you have damaged our home.
I know corner stores that produce more than 6 fucking jobs for people.
There you are. There you are. And if given the proper capital, those entrepreneurs can take that and build those businesses up. The ones that are going to stay and be invested in our community because they're from our community. And they have that sea pride about our community. And they can rewrite and give Chester a chance. And build that community up. Stay in there and create a good, clean community. Given the proper capital, given the proper support, the same shit that them people that walk in our city with briefcases and walk out with tons of fucking money. And don't have no investment whatsoever into our community. If that incinerator decided today or tomorrow to shut down, guess what the fuck we gonna do? We gonna still be Chester. And it's still our community. And we still have a right to live decently.
Yes, we do.
We still have an expectation of our government to make decisions on running the city of Chester just like any other business, which it is. Their business is to be in service to the residents. That's their fucking job. That's their business.
I'm sorry, Miss Mayfield. I'm absolutely sorry. I'm sitting here reading something. I appreciate everything that you're doing in the city of Chester. I feel like the city of Chester should come out. It should be more supportive. It should be more people. So I will be out there Saturday morning, Environmental Justice Day, a Caravan in March, Saturday, April 24th. 10:30 a.m. I'll be out there. Me and Yes God will be out there, and we're going to try our best, to capture the moments and to have a conversation with you so you can talk to our people, man. Our people need to know. Also, I'm offering the radio station, man, for you to come up here on Fridays and talk about environmental pollution and the ways that we can stop everything. Right? Let's sit down. Let's talk, because I think
we listen. We got to get it, okay? Because if not, they may as well go ahead and bulldoze our city.
they might as well. And then when they do that, then everybody be complaining about nobody cared when nobody really cared. So if you don't,
People, listen. We got to get out of that fucking box, okay? We really do. That mentality that nobody cares. I don't believe that. I do not believe that about my city. It's different shit they care about.
right,
It's different things they care about.
right,
You go up there on Saturday, football is full of men,
right,
full of black men, with no disputes, no issue. Them kids is playing football. And the same thing, we passionate about that. We need to be passionate about all aspects of our
life.
city.
Of life.
Your mothers and your grandmothers live there. You think this shit ain't messing with them? No, it's not okay. And there are things that we can do. They managed to keep them out of other communities, and we're going to keep them out of ours. This thing is going, I don't give a shit if it blow up, incinerate, implode, or whatever. But it ain't got to be there forever, and we ain't got to lay down, let fucking trucks roll over top of us like we don't exist. That is our city. And people have, people should just move out. Where the fuck they gonna go at? Where you gonna tell a grandmother who owns her house at 65 years of age she got to leave her home? Where's she gonna get a mortgage at? And she's invested in that community. Her church is around the corner. Oh, she got to leave because she's uncomfortable? And she didn't do anything to cause that discomfort? All she's going to do is sit on the porch and live in fucking peace. And it's our job to make sure she has that comfort level.
Sure.
Well,
Point blank, period. Be about our business. Let's get on our job as Chester residents. The same way we run fucking gossip up and down the damn internet, we need to be running knowledge up and down the internet.
absolutely.
This is knowledge. This shit is not okay. It's not cool. And we can't live in, there's no side by side, no coexisting with this shit. You're not going to fucking hurt me and say you want to live with me and be a good neighbor. Fuck you. I said it and I mean it.
Well,
And we're going to be on the line again. They can sue me the fuck again.
they sued you before?
Oh, yeah, they want $1 million.
I can't be a part of getting sued. I'm broke. I ain't
I'm broke too. I told the motherfuckers, oh, you want the check? Good luck with it.
because I'm gonna have to.
But I'm going to do it again. I'm going to stop the trucks again.
You stopped their trucks. You stood out in front of their
You
trucks.
did. I stopped that damn money. Y'all don't want to listen? Oh, I know what to do for you. I called for protest 4 o'clock in the morning. Wasn't nobody on the line but me. Guess what?
Listen, I was
I
joking
stood on
a little
that
bit about
fucking
it, but
line.
I commend you for doing that. I always joke about stuff, but I commend you for being a person that was out there blocking some trucks. To the fact that you
Listen,
got
we
sued.
all had that. Let me explain something to you, young man. In this country, they tell you one person can make a difference. We used to put out flyers and I would get distraught because only 5 people would show up. And I had to change my whole way of thinking. Why should I be distraught? Damn it, we got 5 fucking people waiting to take a stand. We gonna use what we got. And I'm going to tell you right now, the shit that we done in the city of Chester, they have written fucking books about. Books. I have a TV crew come here every fucking year, 2 and 3 times a year. Fucking people in Russia know about what's happening in Chester.
Do the people
In
in Chester
Russia.
know about what's happening in Chester?
Let's get about our
Last
business.
year when CNN came through here and they interviewed you and they did everything, everybody was talking about, oh, CNN's in Chester, CNN's working in Chester. And just as fast as we talked about it, was just as quick as it was dead, right? It's not the popular thing to do. The popular thing to do is never to stand with someone that's trying to fight for you. It's not my
Let me
fight.
tell you
It's not
something.
my
I
fight.
want everybody to don't think for one minute that people were with Malcolm X. They were against him. People were not with Martin Luther King.
Right, 75% approval rating when he died.
Okay, his own people wasn't with him.
Disapproval rating.
When Black Lives Matter started, people were not with him.
Right.
And it doesn't matter who is with you. It's whether or not you are willing to take that stand for yourself.
Right. What you're willing to lose, sacrifice. Right.
We have to take a stand for ourselves.
Absolutely.
And especially in that community. Chester's a city, but I do believe we all freaking related. So what good does it do to serve me? Oh, well, I got my kids out there. I don't give a fuck what happened there. When my cousins is there, my sisters is there, aunts and uncles is there. Come on now. We better than that. We're better than that. And y'all know jobs is just like underwear. They ain't loyal no more, okay?
No, they not.
Here today and gone tomorrow. I'll get another one.
Absolutely. Well, Ms. Zulene, I want to thank you for stopping through, man. And again, like the station is open for you to come through here whenever you want to have your own show, to talk about, the environmental practices of the companies that are in the city of Chester. People need to know. People, you need to put it out there, right? And this station is here for that. It's a community radio station. So if it affects the community, it affects CMP. And if it affects CMP, it affects everybody. So let's come through. Let's talk. I'll call you after the show is done, but I want to thank you for calling up. And make sure you come out Saturday, April 24th for the Caravan in March, man, just to find some more information. If you don't want to walk, if you're not trying to march, come out, man, and find out how you can help Circle in their efforts to close this incinerator, because it's poisoning us, man. It's poisonous. You say it affects our attitudes and our energies, man. Like that's real. So, I want to see some research on that. I definitely want to see some research.
We'll make sure you get what you need, sweetie.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Ms. Zulene. Goodbye.
All right.
If anybody asks me where I'm going,
What's up, Kenny? How you feeling? Nah, Miss Info.
Soon.
Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
I'm going up yonder.
I can't.
I'm going up yonder. I'm going up yonder. Cause the trash is
be
in
with my
the city. Oh.
That's why you going? Because the trash thing was in the city?
Man, hey, she made a couple valid points, motherfucker. They dumping that shit in our air. They've been dumping it for years. They ain't never stopped dumping it. They ain't even got an off time. They working 24/7.
They been doing it.
Thank you, Pierre.
He gonna find it on his face. I can't. I ain't coming in on Fridays no more. That's it.
I'm gonna need all our CMP watchers just to clap your hands if you. I know your grandmama sung this before. I know you had to sit in church while they sung this. Cause now T almost blew a fuse in this joint.
Text me, sister girl. Where I'm going.
That's when your grandma gave you a mix and shut up, boy.
Where I'm going.
Sing it, Miss Ethel. Sing it now. Go ahead.
They play this at every funeral. That's me. This is what they play at the funerals, bro. Where I'm going. Not like they sing it at the funeral. Where I'm going. I'm going up beyond. I'm going up beyond. I'm going up yonder to be with my Lord.
We keep breathing in this shit. That's exactly where all the fuck was doing that. So I'll be right out there with her on Saturday.
Hello, mother.
They trying to send us up
I've
yonder.
been breathing it in for 43 years, bro.
And that's why our fucking
43 years.
run down the block right now.
How old are you?
I don't know.
I never ran. So you don't know how old you are?
That's why you can't run. This is all the point she trying to make. This is why you can't run.
Nah, that's not why I can't run. I just never ran. Like, what the hell? The points is valid, I understand, but at the same time, I don't have to agree with 100% of it. I don't. I wish y'all the best of luck, though. I'm going to still live in my house, still on my porch, and mind my business. I'm not one of the people that don't care. It's not enough that do care.
You're not one of the people that don't care.
It's just not enough of
But
people
you're
that do care.
behaving as one that doesn't
No, I'm not
care.
behaving as nothing.
Okay. What are you behaving as?
Nah, I'm behaving as not for tea. Like, come on. Like,
So you're saying that people shouldn't go out and support her?
nah, they should go out and support her. Absolutely.
And
Y'all should be out there tomorrow morning at 10:30.
I just want to be your
Be
antichrist.
down there. It starts over here at the City Hall. Y'all gonna walk down 291 to Cavanta, down after, what's that, Booth Street? No, that's Highland Avenue.
They walking from
Booth
City
Street.
Hall all
City
the way
Hall to Booth Street. That nigga said it's a far walk. Why you looking
didn't
at me
say
like
that.
that? You
I'm
first of all,
listening to
you
you.
surprised me with the interview this morning.
Can you
Bro,
put your
at least
camera
let
on
me
so they
be
can see your face?
Prepared.
At least have you be what?
Well prepared. Well prepared.
When are we? What time did you show up to do this show?
It
this
doesn't
morning?
matter. I still wouldn't have been prepared. If I got here at 9:30 or 10, I still wouldn't have been
You showed up
prepared.
at 10 o'clock.
You knew this
10:05.
last night. You knew this last night.
I got a call last night and
Brother
said she wanted
boy.
to talk about it. Right? It wasn't a debate. It was allowing her to talk and just allowing her. What is there to debate about?
What is there to debate
It wasn't a debate. It was supposed to be a Q&A.
How prepared should you be for something that's not a debate? We asked her to come up here and talk about her event.
So
I announced it. Get there.
now,
Be there. Be there. That's it. Tomorrow morning.
pull up on me. Tomorrow I'll be out there. Pull up on me.
I won't be.
Pull up on me.
I won't be there. I got work.
Pull up on me. Pull up on me, Nafati.
Let me see his stomach.
I'll be out there tomorrow. Pierre, pull up on me.
Kitty said pick him up.
I'm going out there.
You live right out there.
Thanks for putting my address out there. Pull up on me. Avenue of the States.
Whew.
Now, if they suing niggas, I ain't going out there. I ain't going to hold y'all. I don't care what y'all say. I'm about pro-black, but I ain't getting sued. No $1 million. I ain't even get a PPP check yet.
Damn.
Buy my album. Like, why is that an email I'm getting?
Somebody want you to buy their album, dog.
I'm not buying anything.
Pull up on me. Now, for T,
Yes.
I just want to say, during her conversation, right, you said that she didn't shut down the one thing. But she's saying she has proof that she shut it down.
No, she
wait a
said-
second. Let me
hold
finish
on,
my
she
statement.
said
Did
she
you
has
have
proof.
Do you have proof that she didn't shut them down?
First of all, I said I don't believe. That's number one. And second of all, she said she had their permits revoked, since we're going to get technical.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't believe they left because of that. They
Okay.
left because the times was changing. If people want to stay, what do? They fight the whole entire time. They fight. If I'm paying a lower rate here and I have money, I'm going to keep on fighting. I'm not leaving because of that.
I'm just saying though, if she has proof
I'm not
of
leaving.
it,
I'm not leaving because of that. The proof is she had the
But,
permits revoked. Okay, she went and she fought. They didn't really. They not really fighting back. Come on, this is a multi-million-dollar company. 10 people is not stopping me from working.
there have been stories around the world.
10 people
of
is not
people
stopping me.
shutting
10
down companies, right,
10
Pierre?
people are not stopping me.
I'm just
No,
asking.
the companies just stopped.
No, I'm just asking though, right?
The companies just stopped.
So
They just
during
leave.
all this, during our whole time on this planet, you mean to tell me that there aren't people that shut down companies from protests and
I didn't
and
say that there
fighting
weren't.
and-
I didn't say that there weren't. We're in a city that is lowly impoverished. We're in a city that the citizens don't care enough to come to the meetings when they're making decisions on bringing these companies in. That they're not going to just leave because 10 people stood in front of them and said they got to go. I
Says
went,
who?
I fought. All right, go ahead, Judge, give it to her. We leaving anyway. We found a new place to go anyway.
Right, that's what we want you to do is leave.
No, but it wasn't because of them though. It was because we had already been looking.
It was the fight.
The stuff
So-
was changing.
so let's say
the
that-
world was changing. Chester was changing.
let me
All them companies that was there, they was leaving anyway. 291 was just a deserted fucking area for years. Since I'm 43 years old, 291 was a desert zone for years. Since I was like 10.
No, we can't do that.
Man, since I was like 10, The soccer stadium has now been built. Harris has now been built. The casino has now been built. We got 2 weed factories down there. We got 2 car lots and a car factory about to come down there. Since I was 10, the fucking 291 was empty. It was dilapidated houses all up and down 291 on both sides.
No. Nah, if you got to fix your time zone. That's all I'm saying to you.
Bro, I'm 43.
I worked down there. I went to school on 2nd Street. My school was Immaculate Heart of Mary. My dad's store was on 2nd and Tillman. There was a whole neighborhood.
When did he
Time
leave?
out.
When did he leave?
Can I finish talking
She said,
now?
where you getting
You
these
just
10
got done.
people
I let
from?
you say your whole thing.
Why you think it's only 10 people?
Man, that's the number I
wasn't
used the whole time. 10
At one
people.
point in time, 3rd Street and 2nd Street was a jungle.
100
So
is
she's saying she got
33,000.
she's saying she can have 100,000 people. She got people that are helping out from all over the world.
All right, well, she said. I say, I don't think they left because of them. They left because the times were changing. 291 was going down. The gentrification was starting, and they was bringing us in, allowing us to tear down the property value, which is what we did. We gonna blame that on the companies? We're not gonna blame it on the rest of the stuff that's going on in the city.
Denied. Kimberly Clark tire burning permit denied. Thermal fuel
291 wasn't even a highway.
291 had houses on both sides.
It wasn't 291 in the 80s.
It was 2nd Street.
It was just 2nd Street.
Okay.
There was no 4 lanes.
You proving what? What you proving?
There was a whole neighborhood down there.
My father owned a row of houses on 291, 2nd Street, when it was just one road going one way and part of the road going the other way. It wasn't an open 4 lanes in the center lane. My father owned a row of houses over there by Chester Community Charter, where 291 started at, right? Asking why he sold. I'm sorry, you can't ask him. Well, ask me why he sold. Because something was coming through and brought all that shit up. So the charter schools came and brought that section. The prison came and brought the left side. If you coming into Chester, that everybody was leaving. It's not like, I'm not saying what she's saying is wrong. I'm just saying I don't agree with it 100%. Yes, she got out there and fought. Somebody had to start fighting in order for them to realize that, all right, well, yeah, it is in our best interest to go. I'm just saying they already had the plan to go. That's it. If that's the case, Kimberly Clark is over there. They burning some shit that if you step in it, you will melt. They are burning. You can see the shit. I live 2-3 streets from Kim. You live right there. You heard the boom. They are burning some shit that comes down the boom. That comes down this chute, and it will melt you if you touch it.
That's anything they're burning. It's hot.
Bro, it's burning. I'm telling you that it's something that it shoot and it comes out of this incinerator. It comes up and it shoots down like
so
a fucking.
So it's rotting down something.
And if you touch it,
you'll burn up.
You will melt. I swear to God. And no, you can't. They don't burn tires. Whatever that shit is that they burning over there, that they sit and they put on the back of them trucks to move through. They still doing it.
I mean, it's called a coal burning facility down there at.
That ain't what they said. That the name of that shit was. I'ma Google it. It wasn't coal. It wasn't coal. Y'all just want. I'm not disagreeing with the lady. I appreciate and applaud her for fighting this fight. Somebody has to do it.
Absolutely.
You just have to have more people that live in this area to care just as much as you do.
You have to be supportive of the things.
I've been saying.
Again, the title of this show is Stand for Something or Fall for Everything. Right? And there's no way you can sit there and say, I ain't fucking with it, but
so you
it's
telling
cool.
me if they offered you that $40 an hour job along with benefits,
I would turn
take
it down.
No, you wouldn't, bro.
Why wouldn't I?
Because we're in a situation
No,
where
I'm not. You've watched me turn down jobs. You watched me sit in this radio station. You watched me sacrifice. So you know for a fact, I'm not going to take anything that doesn't fit with how I believe. I'm not.
I don't know that for a fact. I don't know that for a fact.
Come on now.
You took that sponsorship that was on that wall, and I told you not to. You ain't tell me until after you took it. So don't do that. Don't say I know it for a fact. Let's call it spade a spade. Bro, if they offered you $40 an hour, if they offered you $40 an hour, you would not tell me you're not going to take it. And you only got to live here for 6 more months. You're not going to take the $40 an hour and come here to go to work to give your kids a better place.
So you brought up a point. You were talking about the sponsorship. The sponsorship was talked about not controlling what CMP had to say, right? So they weren't controlling that. When they tried to, it was denied. They were only here for a month and a half. So, I got 2 months from them. And then it was cool.
All I know is not for T. You ain't gonna be talking down on 2nd Street. I used to live on 2nd Street.
My pop had a row of houses down there. I'm not denying anything about 291.
We had a beach and everything down on 2nd Street.
When things started to change, things started to leave. It wasn't really a
Pierre, I had a whole goddamn beach down there. We used to
It's
go
still
crabbing
there.
and everything.
It's still there.
We was crabbing and beaching.
It's still there. Then you just see it, and they tell you don't climb the fence and mess and get on the sand.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Don't talk-
Why are they
don't
telling
talk
you
about
that?
my
Because
Second
them
Street
companies
then,
that
nigga.
was there left.
No,
and they
because-
left behind containers of toxins buried in the ground.
No, because y'all motherfuckers.
The book that's written about 291, the gentleman that was a part of the fire on 291 where the soccer stadium now sits, the gentleman that wrote the book, he told him that ground was contaminated. He told him.
Well,
Gentleman that wrote
technically,
what book?
Is a man that used to work. I forgot the name of the book.
well, Stefan Roots wrote the book.
Right.
He
No,
wrote.
it-
Yes,
it's
Yeah, he did.
I'm not talking about that book.
we
book
know
you
what book
talking
you're
about?
It's
talking
an older
about.
gentleman who wrote a book
Uh-huh.
way back then. If I go look in my books, I'm pretty sure I still got a copy of it. It's not Stefan Root's book from however many years close to me. This gentleman used to work there. They said that he got burnt in the fire. He's told about the contamination of the ground and everything.
The guy that owned the building, right?
No, he was part of the company or something. I don't know. Y'all not gonna have me all flustered today.
Yeah, listen to me. Stefan Roots interviewed the rich guy that they gave all the money to, and he wrote the book. Stefan Roots wrote the book because he was friends with, what's the guy's name, Pierre? We all got a copy of the book.
Devin Wade. Oh, not that.
I'm not talking about that book.
Wade,
The
Wade
man
brother?
who worked there wrote a book. The man who worked for that company wrote a book.
Okay.
Not just Stefan Roots. This book was written, and I was a teenager when it came out.
Yeah, so, all right. So the beach ain't there no more, though.
The beach is still there, bro.
The
We
beach,
just seen
the
it.
beach is where. No, that ain't the beach, dog. That's how I know you wasn't down on 2nd Street swimming with us dirty
I
kids.
sure enough was not down 2nd Street swimming.
Where the waterfront is at, where everybody unloads the boats at, the beach is where you walk, where the pillar thing is that you can walk all the way down. That used to be a beach. It used to be a big ass.
So you
beach
telling
up
me it's
there.
not still there?
No,
I'm glad when
it's
we leave
grass
here, I'm
and
gonna take
stuff
you right there. It's still sand there.
It's not there because where the waterfront is, where you sit at, where the railings are.
Oh my God.
I'm being honest.
I've never seen a bunch of people that it's there, bro. The sand is still there.
Okay, cool.
We just was down there cleaning up.
No, that's not where the beach was at. That's why me and fucking your friend
Melvin Wade. There it is.
That's not the book she's talking about. She's talking about the guy that worked in there that wrote a book.
The man wrote a book, not a book written about him. It was somebody who wrote a book.
If you say so, Navate.
It's not if I say so. I read it. You didn't. You read Stefan Root's book about Melvin Wade. I read another book that was written before that one.
Do you know the name of it?
I'll bring the book to you.
Show me.
I'm pretty sure I still got it. The book that he talking about, P gave it to me 3 years ago.
Show me your stomach.
I'm just saying.
I tell you.
You telling me what?
That you just,
I mean, I'll see y'all tomorrow when y'all protesting, right?
Absolutely.
I'll watch it on
I'm
live.
definitely going to go down there. I'm definitely going to go support. I don't know if I can make the whole walk. I'm not a good,
I got to do
No,
the
but
football
you can
game
drive
at
too.
1.
I don't have a car. You want me to drive my Banshee?
Yeah.
Why not?
But I'll come out and support in the beginning. Say hello, shake some hands, meet some people.
Politic.
Yeah.
It was a super fun site.
Say hello to everybody.
I don't know, man. What's going on, man? What y'all doing with this Friday, man?
But this Friday, work. My black ass got to work.
Huh?
Work.
Work?
Ain't you got to work?
Get my hair braided.
Yeah, I gotta do the football game. They're playing the championship game tomorrow. So 1:00 at the 8th field. Then I gotta go do the march. Yeah, I gotta work.
What time you coming? Do I need to wear my CMP shirt to the march?
If you want to, you can. You can wear your Abstract King shirt.
I'm wearing my Fuck the Police shirt.
That works too. Get ran over.
Yeah, I'm taking a
Well,
stand.
it's
against-
legal.
Taking a stand.
And I'm a
against-
Republican.
I ain't gonna take her to Wawa no more in the morning time. She act different with Wawa coffee than she do with Kush coffee. I should have got her coffee from King's Deli. I noticed the mood changes in her.
You noticed the mood change? You noticed the mood change?
Yeah. But what she ain't gonna do is talk shit about 2nd Street. We could fight
I
outside.
ain't talking no
after
shit
this.
about 2nd Street.
2nd Street wasn't nothing. Fucker.
Who said Second Street wasn't nothing?
We had bootleggers and everything down that joint.
They had them all over the
We
city.
had some super bootleggers on Second Street.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't allowed on Second Street. Even when my father owned houses down there, my brothers went to stay. I wasn't allowed down there.
Then how you know what we look like down there? That's what I'm talking about. Dog. Second Street. It was like one long ass community.
I've been running ninjas over since the early 90s.
Thank you. I'm a Republican. I'm gonna keep saying that. I have the right and I can claim immunity.
That Republican
Goes a long
persona
way.
is taking on a different meaning right now.
No,
For
it
them
don't.
to even ordain that it's okay to run people over is racist.
It ain't racist. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That ain't a racist move. Think of it here. There's more than just black protesters. Shit, half of Black Lives Matter protesters are white.
100% white.
So it ain't a racist thing.
So what is it then?
I believe it's a
Y'all
we don't
think
give a
y'all gonna
fuck about human life thing.
Y'all think y'all gonna change the way we've been doing things?
Yeah.
That's
I'ma show
racist.
y'all.
That isn't
If I've
racism
been
because it isn't
controlling-
towards a color.
If I've been controlling the country with racism, if she decides to stand with you, then she deserves to die with you. That's the KKK said that when he saw that his sister was okay with a black man. Oh, you with him? Oh, kill her ass too.
But this is what I would say about it, is that a lot of
Y'all better watch it on 291.
we don't even have as strong as protests. So let's think of it here. Our protest ain't even as strong as a white protest. Sorry to tell y'all this. What was the strongest? We had 1 million men in Washington D.C.
That was a
right?
protest?
They had 100,000. What did they do? They probably only
Stormed the
had
Capitol.
10,000 in what they do.
Who?
Stormed the
White
Capitol.
people. They
When?
stormed the Capitol.
Why don't black people storm the Capitol?
Because we know better.
Because I ain't getting shot.
Because you hear all the excuses that you ain't
That's
getting
not an
shot.
excuse.
You ain't doing
It's
this.
a fact.
That's not
I
an
know better.
excuse. I'm not getting shot.
I know that
If
that
you're
is a
not willing
building
to
I
die
shouldn't
for
have
what you
stepped.
believe, you don't believe in shit.
That's not true.
So you willing to die for this shit?
Okay, so you
That's what
believe
you're
in a
saying?
law, right? Are you ready to die for him right now? If somebody walk in here, die for your God, are you going to die for him? No. So you can believe in something and not die. You believe
I'm
you got a
not
good
ready yet,
car.
Lord.
Then you believe-
Hold on. You
then
have a
your
good
belief
car?
ain't there, bro.
Do you have a good car?
I
Are you
had
willing
a-
to die for your good car?
I
Why would
had
I
a
die
man
for
tell
something
me-
material that I can buy again?
But
bro?
listen to me.
Can I
Just
buy
because
my
you
freedom?
believe in something doesn't
Yeah,
mean you have
people
to.
have.
You can buy your freedom?
Hold
People
on.
have.
Just because you believe in something
People
doesn't
have.
mean you
People have
don't
bought
believe
what?
in it if you won't
They're
die
free.
for it. That don't even make no fucking sense.
Don't talk. Oh my God, bro.
People have.
Yo,
What?
This is,
They brought their freedom. They told right on the next
You're
man
not-
in order to get out. They brought their freedom. What you
Who?
mean? You asked.
who?
People have brought their freedom. You said, can I
How?
buy my freedom?
How?
So if you got to go in the box and I got to go in the box and they say, well, if you give me her, we'll give you your freedom. You brought your fucking freedom when you decided to tell on me. So people have brought their freedom.
You enslaved someone else for your freedom. That's
I
not
brought
buying
my
your-
freedom. See, the only concern was me. It was never a us thing.
That's
It was
the
never a
problem.
us thing.
That's the
Everybody want to say
problem,
that's
nah.
the problem, but that's the reality of fucking life, bro.
It's not the reality of life.
Everybody wants everybody to care the way they care. No one
You
cares
should
exactly
care.
the same.
You should care.
No one cares
You're
exactly
affected the same way.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I step
you
back
are.
and mind my business.
Maybe you personally don't feel the effects of it, but you're affected the same exact way I am
How?
by the
Tell-
things that are wrong.
How? Is it affecting me personally?
Yeah, it
Where?
should.
Where?
You'll see when it does.
I'm gonna see
when
what?
it
I'm
does.
43 years old, bro. I'm guaranteed another
because-
20, maybe 25
right, you
years of
have-
life. Do you think that I'm gonna allow what you are going through? This is how people feel. You think when I'm allow what you are going through? When they out here screaming Black Lives Matter and all of these different protests all over the world and trying to make people understand not only do Black Lives Matter, but Black people are human. They're not just asking for Black people to just be superseding everyone else's life. They just want to know that their life is just as important. So when people are out here fighting for it, are you standing on the lines with them? No, because you want to live to see your son grow up. So you stay home and talk about it here.
I'm not
because this is more important to you. When they're out there
I'm
in the
talking about
battlefield.
it though. I'm not in the
on,
house
bro.
behind closed doors. I'm talking about it though. I'm
We
bringing
are.
people-
We might not be in a personal house, but we're behind closed doors.
But people
the
can
fight
see
is
it.
in
No,
the
you're
street.
on live right now, so
The
tons
fight,
of people can
but
see
the
exactly
fight is
how
in
you
the
feel.
street. Nobody's going to care how you care.
What do you
You
mean?
care one way, I care another way. What I care about that's more important to me is my fucking 8 kids, my 4 fucking grandkids, and the household that I'm raising. That's the most important thing to me in my life. Nobody is going to make me say giving them something better is more important than the way you fucking breathing.
So if something that
I'm
is-
just saying how people think.
if something that is affecting the community affects one of your children, then what?
If something that is affecting the community affects one of my children,
Right.
I'm gonna move my fucking children if I have the ability to do it.
Okay.
Because nobody cares the same. The neighbors are changing every day. You lived in a house on one block next to one person for all these years. They didn't hit the lottery. They got a better paying fucking job and moved their family out because something was coming. The businesses started to leave, so the older generation started to leave too. They knew something was coming. It's not that saying I don't care. I'm not saying me personally don't care. I just know my fight. My fight is not standing on 291 attempting to block a truck from going inside of a gate they gonna go into tomorrow. That's not my fight. That's your fight. That's her fight. That's Kenny's fight if he chooses to show up too. It's not my fight. Do they need to leave? Absolutely. They have never been allowed to come here? Absolutely not.
So you're only worried about yourself?
I'm not only worried about myself. It's not my fight, bro.
But you're saying it's not my fight.
It's not my fight.
It's our fight.
No, it's not our fight.
Whose fight is it?
It's y'all fight if y'all choose to fight.
So it's not
because they've been here.
Which fight we
They've been
talking
here
about?
years
Huh?
before
What fight we
me.
talking
They're
about?
going to be
Whatever
years
fight
after
she
I'm
wants to
gone.
talk about.
Oh, okay.
What?
Right. It's
No,
all
I'm
the
asking
same
what fight are we talking about?
Every
now?
fight. Every fight is the same thing. She said it's not her fight. It's not her fight.
My
It's not her
fight.
fight. Her
My
fight is
fight-
for her 8 kids and her 4 grandkids.
No, that's the most important thing to me.
Okay.
It's definitely a part of your
Understand
fight.
it. No, it's not a part of my fight, bro.
It has to be a part of your fight.
All right, my
It's
fight
just
is
you
to
don't
stop
choose to fight
people
it.
from being homeless over town. Is she out there standing next to me? Fuck no. So guess what? My fight, my particular fight is for me. Y'all trying to, I'm not saying she's wrong. She's nowhere near wrong. Her fight, I applaud her for her fight.
Then you support
as she
her
said,
fight.
As she said, she's
want
been
people
at
to
it since
support you out there helping
1992.
the
No,
homeless,
I didn't
right?
ask nobody to support
You
me.
never
If
asked
they
anyone to help you support?
No, I
Never
didn't.
asked anybody
No,
for
I didn't.
donations or anything?
No, I didn't. He did.
Okay.
Thank you. I never asked nobody to do nothing. What I say, he'll tell you. He sat here and said it. Oh, no, we're going to go to the store and get it ourselves. I'm not waiting for nobody to give me nothing.
Well, I believe in that. True.
So
Go get it
therefore,
yourself.
my fight is my fight. Your fight is your fight. I'm not against you in your fight. I wouldn't stand there and watch somebody slap you and then 6 other people jump on you. I'm going to jump in the fight with you.
Right.
But I'm not coming to your fight because I wasn't designed for that. That's not in me. My fight is something completely different. I'm not built to fight against a multi-million-dollar company that has been here for over 30 plus years. Everybody has fought to have them removed. Every administration has come in and said why they shouldn't be here, and then they started to throw more dollar signs and more dollar signs and more dollar signs.
At the
You're going to stop them
administration.
tomorrow morning from 10:30 until whenever you're out there, and then they're going to come back Monday morning from 6 a.m. until whenever.
So when I got asked to do the interview, I was also sent a podcast on a young girl from Baltimore who closed down an incinerator by herself with her grouping of high school friends, right? And they were like, "Wow, like this really fucking happened," right? You know, they went. It's all about who you talk to and who you get on your side, right? You know, the person that was accepting the bribe to keep it open might feel more obligated not to accept it now that there are lights shined on him, but you don't get those lights without people being there, right? There's no way I can build this radio station without y'all. I'm just one person, right? There's nothing we can do on our own. We have to care.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. I want you to finish that because that was heartfelt.
Right. We have to care about each other's fights. Now, if you have a fight, Kenny has a fight, I have a fight. Yeah. We all three, we care about each other's fight. There's no point where we're like, man, fuck it, I ain't fucking with that right now. You understand what I'm saying? We're always there for each other. So if there are people out here fighting, if there are people trying to make a difference, then supporting and going out there, it doesn't take that much from you, not you personally, but I'm talking to the other 34,000 people. It doesn't take that much energy.
So is Pierre recording and making sure that these basketball and football games, is that part of your fight?
Nah, that's his fight.
And why was you so diligent about making sure that he got the right equipment, that he recorded them right?
It was a suggestion on my behalf. And the only reason why I said something back was because someone else attacked him. Sorry. It's not my fight. That was his fight to make sure that to ensure that the public who could not be a part of the game.
Oh, I got a good one for you. Are your kids being able to play in Holy City safe? Is that part of your fight?
Absolutely.
How the fuck they gonna play in Holy City if they can't breathe?
They playing in Holy City. They was just out all last weekend.
I'm just saying.
They gonna be out this weekend.
Healthy breathing.
Anywhere you
part of your
go,
fight.
it's not going to be 100% healthy breathing.
Fuck 100%. We probably get down to like 15% healthy
Okay,
breathing
well,
with
then
all
you
this
get
shit they
out there.
dumping in the air.
You get out there. You walk from City
I
Hall.
am going to go out there because I wasn't aware of it prior to now.
Exactly.
You know? Now, if I was
Neither
aware of
was
it
I.
prior to now, I probably would have been upset because I have kids that live in Chester.
Bro, it's been going on.
Okay.
We just talked about the smell on the west side for like the last two months before this month.
Time out. We talked
It ain't
about
no
this.
time out, bro. That's
If I didn't know about something, I didn't know about something. I didn't know about it.
We didn't just talk about Cavanta and the trash
I
down
didn't
there.
know about it. So if I didn't, hold on. If I personally, you can't get mad at me because I didn't know that these chemicals were being dropped into our city. What the fuck?
So we never talked
That's
about
just like
it.
the Stormwater Authority. If they don't talk about the shit that they fucking up, I don't know about it.
So we never
don't know.
We never talked about Cavanta being in our city.
I'm saying that if we did,
We never talked about Cavanta being in our city. That's what you're saying. So we
So,
never talked
Pierre.
about the pollution that they got coming through. We never talked about where the money was going that we never see. We never talked about this.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I care that much about it. I care more than I cared yesterday. Like new evidence has been brought to me, and it's causing me to give a rat's ass because someone has been fighting for 30 years to stop something from poisoning our children. I'm not going to act like I gave a rat's ass last week about it because I didn't know. But I can sit here and say I will be out there tomorrow. I can sit there and say Chester's stinking and we don't give a rat's ass and we need to stop it. Right? Well, the more people come out, the more people that sign up, the more people that are a part of a fight. We just watched all the people protest about George Floyd. We just watched all the people protest about Black Lives Matter, and we got the verdict that we wanted. We have to continue the fight to get everything that we want. If we talk about how the DA and how the judicial system doesn't work for black people, how jailing is nothing but slaving us all over again, how they're poisoning our children. Like, we are the ones.
So while we're fighting this fight, how do we suppose that it changes the verdict? We won the battle inside the war. We didn't win the war. So how do we propose? What's the change in it?
We don't know if we won
just
the war
still
because
protesting?
we've
We
never
still
had,
just walking around?
We've never had a fight.
We never had a fight.
We never gave a rat's ass.
So Martin walking and Malcolm walking and them standing in front of
them.
It killed them for purpose. It was a purpose for their death,
fights,
right?
Their fights were dead when they were dead.
So nobody took over it, right? So when you die, is anybody going to stand up and say, hey, we got to continue this fight that Pierre started? We got to make sure that what he started he did not die in vain.
I would hope
right?
that people would.
I would hope that people cared how I cared, but they don't.
But they
don't.
There are people out here that do.
The people that live down 291, they know what's going on down there. They got to be the first ones to get up there to fight.
Well,
that whole west side, that Highland Avenue, Booth Street, whatever that next street, Trainer Street, all of them, they got to get up and fight. They got to stop them trucks from going in there every morning. Put your cars across 291 and not let them go down the intersection. They got to stop that. They live there. They live the closest to it.
I can understand the theory of her wanting to march. Her theory isn't a theory of like policing or something like that. Her theory is to bring awareness. You know, like people don't know about it. Just like me and Pierre didn't know about the level of the air until she just said it today. So that just brought us awareness, right?
Sonny just said we talked about it.
We talk about Covanta, but we never talk.
Listen to me.
I
never talked about. I don't remember talking about the level of toxins in the air.
Kenny, listen. We talked about Covanta being down there. Everybody's making a big fuss about Covanta, so Covanta's down there. I was talking about Covanta as far as employing more people from the city of Chester.
Nah, we was
and
talking about them burning more trash
and cleaning up the trash. I was like, shit, we got a trash burning situation down the street. Now I understand what it's doing. It's like, nah, fuck y'all. I don't want to do no business with y'all.
I didn't know what they were doing.
I don't want.
I never heard this version of what they were doing. I'm sorry.
Grab the trash that's down.
I know what the place was because I was going to have a job there before. I was going to have a job there in the 90s. So I was going to go down there and work when all my friends used to work there, and they used to be like, yo, man, we was cutting up. It was body parts. They gave us hands to burn and legs to burn and all this other stuff. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. $25 an hour. Let's go work down there. But I wasn't like, it wasn't like aware to me like of the toxicity that it is polluting, of how it is affecting the city. And you know, like I said, it brought awareness to me. So maybe her march is to bring awareness to people like myself that maybe heard it before and didn't grasp what she was saying.
It wasn't the grasping part. We just wasn't old enough to care. We didn't care. We was running around doing us. We just didn't care. Now we're in the 100% caring phase. We care about something more than ourselves because now we have children. I have grandchildren. That's how we view life. That determines where you are on the caring podium. You can't be a single person, an individual that cares more if you don't have anything else to care about. You don't start caring until you sit down like, damn, my kid's not even getting a good education in this school district. Damn, my kid, it wasn't until they told me my son had straight A's, but they wanted to hold him back. That's it. It wasn't until then. And I'm like, how he got straight A's and you telling me like he's not gonna pass? It wasn't until I realized they gave him the same exact grades that I started to care about what the school district was actually giving my kids for education. He had the same grades all 4 semesters. The next year started, he has the same grades again. So what are y'all, copying and pasting? What's up? It wasn't until then I had a reason to care about something. It's not until you go to the hospital and you find out your youngest son got asthma because of the air he's breathing in that you actually start to care in a different way. Nobody's going to care the same. You're going to care more, and then you're going to be discouraged because nobody is caring your way. Or you're going to find some people that's going to just be on the bandwagon because they think it's a benefit from it. We care different. That's all. Nobody cares the same. Nobody cares about what you're going through. Nobody cares about what you're fighting for. Nobody cares about until it's personal to them. That's it. I'm not saying she won't be successful in possibly getting them to downsize some of the trucks that they bringing in. But they not leaving. They not leaving. They are for review right now to renew their contract. Do you think they're going to deny them the renewal of the contract just because somebody goes down there on a Saturday? No. That's not their twist. Your money doesn't have anything. My money has nothing to do with you standing in the street. That's it.
Well, now that I've understood you and I've listened to you, can I rebuttal it?
You sure can.
Since you care about the homeless people over town, do you care about the oxygen that they breathe?
Bro, I just don't want them
Then
living on
be
the
at the
streets.
march.
I don't want them living on the streets.
Then you should be at the
I
march.
don't want them living on the streets. I'm breathing the same air they breathing. I'm not being at the march though. It's not my fight. My fight is exactly what God put forth for me. It's not what he put forth for you. At all. I'm just saying. You're going to stand out there on Saturday. They're going to go to work on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. They're going to double up because they were stopped for a couple of hours where the roads was blocked.
I'm not going to stop no cars. Not for T. I can't get sued. Fuck you.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, Pierre.
You don't
I'm
care
sorry,
enough to get
Pierre.
sued?
I'm speaking my truth, Pierre.
You don't care enough to get sued?
No, I don't care enough to get sued.
Okay.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
All right,
Kenny
then.
can't afford to get sued right now. I'm sorry.
Well, she said they lost when they tried to sue her.
I don't care. I can't even go through the.
She got a good team. She got a good team, so apparently
Listen
she got
to me,
good lawyers
Wody.
behind her.
I haven't been in the court system in over 11 years. My black ass ain't going back. Sorry, Pierre. I made myself a promise when I walked out of them walls. I'm not going back. So getting sued mean I gotta go to media. I won't be a part of that part.
I'm just saying.
It's gotta be life or death. It gotta be over my kids.
Oh.
Like right now.
So that's not over your kids though.
No.
It's not over the air that they breathing.
I'm not.
It's not worth it.
I'm not blocking the
because
truck
it's not.
to get sued.
Oh, so blocking that truck could possibly stop your son from getting asthma, right?
Blocking that truck can have me back in media.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
You gonna pay my lawyer
It's
bill?
not affecting you personally, so you honestly don't care.
That if I stand in front of that truck, it's gonna affect my bank account. Somebody got to pay for the lawyer. Is Pierre gonna get me a pardon? He knows some DA members. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all niggas ain't.
I'll watch it tomorrow on live. I got work.
Yep. He's informed about what.
Now, for me, it's just a fact. Federal court gives green light to environmental racism. Right, just reading over all the things that
That's been there for us to read a million
1997
times.
Chester residents win case against Delcor. 1997 Cherokee.
Go ahead, read it out loud so we can hear it.
Cherokee Biotechnical Plant defeated. 1997 Delaware Solid Waste Authority votes to stop sending waste to Chester's incinerator. 1996 Soil Remediation Services is defeated. 1996. I mean, it's all Earth Day. It's all here from 96 to 95.
You on Google or somebody sent that to you?
No, this is a website. This is
Somebody sent you the link?
No, I looked it up. Why somebody got to send me something, Nav? Why can't I look things up? You look them up. Clustering of waste facilities in Chester, Pennsylvania.
Man, listen.
It's right here.
I didn't know.
1996,
I was 1 year out of high school.
Nobody said
1997, I was my second year out of high school. I was also a young mother. So guess what I was doing? Still trying to be not for tea, along with being a mom and living on my own. So in 1996, 7, 8, 9, 2000, all of that, bro, I was not, I'm honestly saying I just started to care about what was going on in the city of Chester in the last 10 years. And I strongly started to care in the last 5.
But nobody, that's not the question we have right now, is when you started to care. The question was whether or not you care today.
I care today.
Right.
I care my way, though. See, the way I care is not the way you care. What I care about is not what you care about. We may have similarities, but it's never going to be the same. How I feel about protesting, I say that all the time. It's the same way I feel about meetings. Everybody want to protest on the weekend when it does absolutely nothing. In my eyes, people may feel as though they've gotten ahead by protesting, and I'm looking like,
you're not the only person that thinks that way. I'm tired of meetings. I'm tired of things. Nothing gets changed. Well, it's like,
I'm not the only person. I'm not the only person that speaks that way, but I can only speak for me. So I'm the only person who feels how I feel.
There are like 30,000 people in your line that don't care. Oh, I'm gonna follow behind her because she don't care.
No,
you step over. I guarantee if you step over, and I'm only asking you to step over for a hot minute. Step over.
They not gonna do that, bro. They worrying about a lot of other stuff.
This is followers. There are a lot of people that are.
And
followers.
I'm not. That's why I care how I care about what I care about. That's it. I'm not a follower. I want my children to understand that they stand at the front of the line. It depends on how they looking at the line. You may feel like you the last person, but if you turn around the other way, you now the first person in line. That's
1995, Thermopure, the nation's largest medical waste autoclave, was shut down. Later attempts by California-based Allied Capital Corp to reopen the plant failed early in the
in 1995, I was trying to get out of high school.
And the building was ultimately torn down.
That's it. I had stopped coming to school. 1995, bro, I was trying to get out of high school. I'm older than the both of y'all sitting here. I'm telling you, in 1995, I was trying to get out of high school. I had one child trying to graduate high school, get her to daycare, take my sister to school, and me go to school all on time, 7:24 in the morning. No, bro.
There's no way for you to care about. But you asked her these questions. She gave you the answers, and you said to her, I thought it burned down. It burned down. That's what you said.
The building burnt down by the soccer stadium.
But it's right here in 1995 how they shut it down.
The building burnt. It was a fire down there, bro.
It was torn down.
It was a fire down there. So you telling me it wasn't no fire down there?
And the building, you know about a fire in 95, but
I don't know what year the fire was at, but it was a fire down there where the soccer stadium used to be, right in that lot over there. It was a fire down there.
I don't think it was 95.
I don't think it was 95 either, because I was born and I was trying to get out of high school.
You was born
it was
then.
A fire. Yeah, I was living in 95. I was trying to get out of high
school.
Was
alive then?
It was a fire. It was something happened long before this whole mess of everything. And I do know that in my lifetime, when the soccer stadium was sold and they had to go down there and test the soil and they had to stop the building of the soccer stadium because they dug the ground and found barrels of toxic waste that was coming from the company that burnt down.
I don't think it was the building that burnt up down there.
What was it, the land?
In the 80s,
was it the land?
All right, listen. Across from 2nd and Tillman, there was on the other side of 2nd Street, there were houses that went the direction of 2nd Street. It was a whole neighborhood. And a bunch of those houses burnt down. I know this because my father helped a lot of those people get houses after their houses burned. I think you're mistaking when that neighborhood burnt down for when a factory burnt down there. Because it wasn't a factory right.
So it missed
Never mind.
We don't have the information. No,
in the fire
at the Wade dump in 1980.
They're talking about.
It was a building. It was a building that burnt down, and the building is over there where the soccer stadium is.
That wasn't where the soccer stadium is. The Wade building wasn't where the soccer stadium is exactly yet.
I'm not. It's still part of the land.
The one that whatchamacallit wrote the book
it's
about.
That whole situation, right?
Where the field and stuff was the building.
Thermopure was at Front and Thurlow Street, so that's where the fire happened at.
That's down by Bill's.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
don't know
trying
if
to tell
that's
you.
where
It
the fire
wasn't-
happened.
But that's what
It
you
wasn't-
said. It burned down.
The fire was down by the soccer stadium. When they protested, they took them people. They locked the local 413.
I'm talking about Thermal Pure. I'm not.
I don't know
talking
what the
about no
name
other
of the.
place.
I don't know what the name of the company
said
is.
it
I
did-
just know it was a building.
Said it burned down.
It burned down. It was a fire there. The dilapidated building was still there years after. And when they went to dig the ground, they found barrels and canisters of toxic waste.
That's from Wade's building. That's from his situation.
I'm
that
telling.
he's in.
I don't know
That
what
was
it
further
is.
down.
I'm just telling you what it was.
That's where the soccer stadium is, front and flower.
I'm just telling you what it was. I remember reading it.
'Cause
It wasn't something they taught us in school. It was a book my pop passed to me. And when I read it, I'm like, dang, well, where was this at? So when they they sold the soccer stadium and started to renovate it and all this other stuff, when they started to dig the ground,
That was in the book.
No, this is now when I'm old enough to know after I read the book about the fire. When they came back and they went to dig the grounds, they found the toxic waste underneath the ground where the beach was down by the waterfront. They found barrels. They had to stop digging and stop the building of the soccer stadium for like 4 months or something. And then they said they didn't never change over the soil. I mean, you gonna go deep. They said they never changed over the soil. They just turned it over and did whatever, and then they came back.
So that was before my lifetime.
The fire, I believe, either we were not born yet or just born.
Yeah, that was before my lifetime. That fire particularly was before my lifetime. What year was it? It couldn't have been during the 80s.
What, during the 80s?
It wasn't during
fire?
the 80s. That fire wasn't during the 80s.
They said it was during 1978.
Yeah, before my lifetime.
I was one.
So it's just.
I'm just saying, I just know what I read. And I read it late in life. I mean, early in life. I ain't mean to say late. I read it early on. But when that soccer stadium came through and them local 413 boys was down there protesting because they wasn't on the job site, was because they was covering up the fact that the toxic waste down there. So then they arrested them boys. They arrested damn near half the hall down there. They came down there, pulled up. When they first put that wraparound down there, they pulled up. When they pulled up, they locked them up. Told them they wasn't having a peaceful protest.
But
And
where
we walking around like they just not doing no work.
Where the soccer stadium is right now, what I'm saying is when I grew up, where the soccer stadium is, because that fire was before my lifetime, during the 80s, where the soccer stadium is, that was the waterfront.
Yeah, on the other side.
That was
It
the
was the whole
waterfront.
thing though.
Yeah, that
all
was
the way down to the electric company.
Yeah, that was the waterfront. That's where you came and parked at. And then they had a field on the side. You could calmly go park your car wherever the fuck you wanted to. You could fish.
So it went all the way down to Highland
Fishing in
Avenue.
toxic water.
And you
swimming
can
in
go
toxic
over to
water.
the other side, past the electric company to Thurlow Street. That was all the waterfront, right? It's
No, I'm
still all
saying
the
I'm saying the
now.
part of the waterfront where you had parties at. All the graduation parties was right there under the bridge.
Right
Wasn't
under
no
the
factory
bridge.
there. So I guess the factory had to burn before I was like, I'm just saying. Just a waterfront.
It was a whole bunch of
And a whole
factories
bunch
on
of-
291 though.
I'm
we
saying for
used
that
to be
one
a
part.
factory town.
I'm
We
just
had a
saying
car. We
for
had
that area.
a car. Not dealership. The manufacturer down there. It was a whole bunch of stuff down there. The times was changing. Things left. The city went down. The property value decreased drastically. A lot of stuff happened at that time. I wasn't born for it. Most of the stuff I was born for it, didn't care for it. Like that's just how it go. Our city has been one of those cities that constantly allows the dollar to run what comes through here. That Caravan being here, the company that was there before was doing the seizure trash removal, and a cop had to stand there with them while they burnt the stuff to make sure they honestly burnt it. But I'm not a protester, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
But you do support.
Protesting?
No, support the movement, right? The environmental movement.
I support whatever's best for Chester.
Right.
I'm just not protesting. I'm not a protester.
Well,
so
it's
I don't know what
Friday,
I'm talking
man.
about.
I got a meeting. It's 12 o'clock, 12:07. CMPradio.net. Listen, man, make sure you come out tomorrow for the protest, for the Caravan and March. Make sure you tune in at 1 o'clock for the football game. Chester High is playing up against Truman. Yes, we're going to have a game this Saturday. And make sure you tune into the Jay Sutton Show from 12 to 2. He's a daddy now. Congratulations to Jay Sutton. And, yeah, man, we're about out of here. Anything else you want to say now for T before we roll up out of this drink?
I need a ride home.
All right, let's go. The CMPradio.net.
It's not my fight.
man.
I'm telling Pierre it's not his fight to take you home.
Oh, I'll catch a lift.
It's not your fight either.
Ooh.
I'll take the lift.
I'm going up beyond.